Hello and welcome to this taste challenge. Got no internet. They apparently something to do with the tornado, the bad weather. Didn't damage anything around here, but I think a lightning strike messed up their wires. They repaired our cable television signal, but now the internet's not working. Something to do. It pulled all the power, the juice off that. But anyway, I can't get on and do a live whiskey taste challenge, so I'm going to have to do it recorded, do it manually and post it. Okay, so we have two Heaven Hill brands. Neither one of these are, hold on a second. Come on. Neither one of these are listed on their website. First we have Heaven Hill. Heaven Hill's Evan Williams. This is the green label, 80 proof, genuine sour mash, charcoal filtered, aged 3 years. Okay, so it's an old distilling company. They say Kentucky's oldest since 1783. It's owned by Heaven Hill now, like I said. I was calling it that, but the trademark saying the Evan Williams name wasn't introduced until like 1954, 54 or 53. But I don't know the story about that. But anyway, the green label's not listed. The first thing you'll see on the Evan Williams website is the black label, the 86 proof, 4-year age. I paid $4.99 for this half-size bottle. An even stranger product is Royal Kentucky Bourbon Whiskey with natural flavors. It says finest quality. Has a crown. I didn't know Kentucky had a king. But anyway, you can tell it's Heaven Hill from this neck design here that's used on many of their bottles. It's got a royal blue name. Royal is Kentucky Bourbon Whiskey with natural flavors. And it's bottled by Kentucky Distilling Company, Bardstown, Kentucky. But it's Heaven Hill, have no doubt. No age statement, so we know this is at least 4 years old. With natural flavors, it can't be straight bourbon. That's not allowed to have flavoring or coloring added. So it must be, by deduction, blended bourbon. That class of bourbon does allow natural flavors and coloring to be added, but I don't know why they weren't forced to call it blended bourbon on the bottle, or bourbon a blend. But apparently they can get away with it by just saying with natural flavors, and then it's then they're saying, well, by default that would mean that. This is straight bourbon. All right. Well, they're pretty much the same. The Evan Williams a little darker amber. But it's close. Okay, it's well mixed. I'm looking at this cat up here distracting me, so that's good to get distracted when you want to make sure you don't know which is which. Oh, price for the Royal, $7.99 for that bottle at a liquor store in Houston, Texas. Never saw it before, never heard of it before. Can't find anything on the internet about it except that there's some other stores, Specs, which has a website, they're listing it about the same price. Heavy corn, which would make sense because bourbon is mostly corn. Maybe a little rye spice, maybe some wood, some white oak, charred oak. Yeah, it's the same here, but not as much aroma. It's like much lower, a much lower presentation, meaning less bold of a presentation, just a faint odor, aroma. So in my mind, in my thinking, the Evan Williams has the bolder aroma, but I don't know. I think the sour mash, the fact that it's sour mash bourbon is going to shine through because it's going to give it that sourdough bagel kind of taste. Charred oak, I wasn't really getting that with the Royal in the past experience. Corn, little honey, a little, what do you call it, nectar from the, whatever those flowers are called. It's like a nectar, honeysuckle. Not getting a lot of oak here, but I am getting it. I am getting oak, and I'm getting a little rye. And it seemed like it had a vanilla, kind of a vanilla thing going on with it. Kind of. These are close. They're close in price. $2 difference because like I said, the Royal, $7.99 at that store. And the Evan Williams, I bought 2 of these bottles, so that added up to $9.98. I went through the first bottle in Taste Challenges, $9.98. So $1.99 difference. It's $2, you know, and you're getting a younger whiskey here, but it's more pure because it's got no flavoring or coloring added. You're getting a more aged product here, at least 4 years old, but it's not as pure because it got flavoring added, natural flavors, and probably caramel coloring. But they, if you read the regulations on the Tax and Trade Bureau website, it's a small percentage of flavoring that can be added. It's like NTE, not to exceed, I think it says 2.5% of the volume. I'm not sure. I can't remember it all. I don't need to remember it all because it's a reference. It's reference material. That's why they have reference books, reference websites, so you don't have to remember it all. It would be nice though if I could remember it, recall it all. All right. They both taste fine. Do they taste elaborate, expensive, and elegant? No, because they're not any of those things. They're just inexpensive products. Yeah. You get a little bit, you pay a little bit more for Evan Williams and you get a little bit more. Okay? There's nothing bad about the Royal, and the flavor's nothing nasty or not even bitey. Well, they said that's why they add the natural flavors. That's what Sazerac told me, to take away that bite. It's not as harsh. But, you know, it's just kind of average. in the sense that they're not going to, well, I'm not even going to go into all, they're not going to compete against $50 products, so it's no use. The price explains it, all right? You're paying $7.99 to $9.99 for bourbon. That's what it's going to present. These are not made for sipping. These are mixers, so we get that. Okay. This is the Evan Williams, let's hope. It is. Okay, so I got it right, what, 3 times now? 2 times? Yeah, I started yesterday. Went up against the first Heaven Hill straight bourbon. Which one was that? Henry McKenna. I was able to tell it from this. Now the Evan Williams. Coming up next, we're going to do Larceny. I don't see how I would ever get those confused. Larceny is about $28 a bottle. And, this is not going to happen. So, but, yeah, it won't be a fair fight, but we'll still do it. Never know what upsets can occur. Don't look for it. Then once we're finished with the Heaven Hill brands that I have, then we'll do this Heaven Hill brand against other products. Virginia Black, that strange blend of bourbons. Cooper's Craft from Brown-Forman. And I'll have a lot more. So thanks for watching. I'm glad I got it right. And hopefully we'll be back live soon. Better be soon. I'm paying money every month for this service. Thank you for watching this video production.